What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Paint Points. Hey, Commanders fans, Skins fans, everybody they alike. Hey, let's get to it, man. We got some business to handle. We got some moves we made. Hey, while we do this, before we do this, if you're new to the channel, if you've been here before, man, like, comment, subscribe, and beat up the comment section for me, all right? Let's go. Hey, Commanders are making some moves. Let's go. I like how they're bolstering up the defense. They're getting some guys with real athleticism, real strength, and real speed to their game, man. I like how they doing it. I like how we doing the defense, man. Like I said, a D-line check before we made this move. I don't know who Cuz is, K'Lavon Chaisson. He probably look linebacker or something. Nigga big as shit, might be on an edge or defensive end or something. We gonna check it out, but it looks like, Adam Peters is in there cooking. He in Let's go around. I like to call this segment the Commanders Universe. We're just gonna go around a couple of guys that like to speak on the Commanders consistently, and let's see what they got to say about what's going on in the game.
Early morning breaking news here for the Washington Commanders as Washington is signing edge rusher K'Lavon Chaisson to a one-year, $12 million deal. Chaisson's coming off a 7.5 sack season here for the Washington Commanders as Washington is signing edge rusher K'Lavon Chaisson to a one-year, $12 million deal. Chaisson's coming off a 7.5 sack season with the New England Patriots as a rotational edge rusher for them last year. Not much of a run defender, but is definitely somebody that can get the job done as a rotational rusher. And certainly right now, you look at this edge rusher room, you bring in Odafe Oweh, you're keeping Dorrance Armstrong. Now you bring in Chaisson as your rotational guy, and you got Jacob Martin as your fourth. Really don't think that edge rusher is going to be in play for the Washington Commanders in the first round of the NFL draft at this point. And really look at the way that the Adam Peters is building this.
We don't need edge rusher. What we need in the draft are players, our impact players is going to align with the timeline of our franchise quarterback, Jayden Daniels, i.e. A wide receiver or tight end with that number 1 pick, number 7 overall.
Team right now, there's not a whole lot of pieces that are being added.
We don't need that running back, Jeremiah. Shout out Jeremiah Love and all he do, but we don't need Jeremiah Love. We need an impact player on the perimeter that can get to the perimeter, like a tight end or a wide receiver
to the offense. So certainly seems like to me, like running back, wide receiver might be the combination in the first few rounds, first few picks for the Commanders.
I like what he said, but it's more wide receiver, tight end. Please, we can get a running back later in the draft. We got a 3rd round pick. We got an early 3rd round pick. We might be in play to get Emmett Johnson. So let's keep that in line, man. Let's move on. Let's see what else we got.
And as I said yesterday, stop playing with my GM. Let Adam cook. Washington Commanders have signed.
Nah, bro. So far, Adam Peters some shit so far, bro.
Yet another young pass rusher, K'Lavon Chaisson, to a one-year, $12 million deal.
How you come in with the Ron Rivera roster and the roster get worse? That shit crazy.
After dropping a bag on Odafe Oweh, they said, nah, we still in the edge rushing market. We still want to upgrade this pass rushing room. They got yet another young guy that is ascending in K'Lavon Chaisson. Last year, he had 7.5 sacks with the Patriots, but the even more impressive numbers for me is 18 QB hits and 10 tackles for loss. Hold on, though. I'm not done. In the playoffs, he had 3 sacks, he had 10 QB hits, and he had 4 tackles for losses. If you can't sack the quarterback, at least hit him and make him know it's going to be a long day back there. This is a perfect one-year deal for a young player that is ascending. If he actually is really good, then you can sign him to a 3 or 4 year deal next offseason. Yet another stellar move by Adam Peters. And as I said yesterday, stop playing with my GM.
So we picked up K'Lavon Chaisson. We also picked up a guy, Leo Chenal.
He was the Kansas City Chiefs' backup Mike linebacker, and that in some ways is kind of his natural position going back through his football life and all that kind of stuff. But for the Kansas City Chiefs and for Steve Spagnuolo's incredibly aggressive, blitz-heavy defense in Kansas City, Chenal kind of did everything. He lined up outside a lot. He lined up off ball as an inside linebacker, which is kind of where the Mike would line up a lot. But he was also mugged up in the A-gaps, just did a lot of different things. And I think that's one of the things that really attracts Daronte Jones to a player like Leo Chenal. He was.
Now, we are supposed to be running a type of 3-4 defense. With Leo Chenal, that can scream the exit of Bobby Wagner. this can tell us right here that Bobby Wagner not coming back. If anything, Bobby Wagner probably finish out his career out in Seattle, to be honest. But this is another nice pickup as well. Bruh, nice. You know what I'm saying? Bruh know how to see ball, get ball. That's all I need for my defensive guys.
Your car.
All right. And then today, we got Okonkwo. He from Maryland, too. I think he went to University of Maryland.
So what's up, y'all? It's your boy Tech back on another video. Glory to God. Breaking news. Per Adam Schefter, and I also think per John Kahn, the Washington Commanders had just signed tight end Chig Okonkwo to a 3-year contract. I don't know the details. The news just dropped. This is the guy we was targeting. It's the guy we wanted. We got Chig Okonkwo. We got our first offensive player outside the Washington Commanders building signed to a contract. Chig Okonkwo, now tight end 1 in Washington. I'm excited. This is dope.
Damn. So like, all right. So we got a tight end. You know, before I seen this, I was like, man, in a draft, you either get the wide receiver or you get tight end. Running back, I believe you can get later in the draft. Like I said, Emmett Johnson will be available with a 3rd round pick. But for me, I don't give a fuck. I'm dropping my nuts, man. Like, fuck that. You still keep it at wide receiver or tight end. What's wrong with maximizing the potential of your offense? We can get two tight ends that are, you know, spectacular athleticism and contributing to the team, bro. As far as in the pass game, we can get Okonkwo and then we can get the dude out of Oregon, or we can get Okonkwo now and we can get the wide receiver out of Ohio State. So like, I'm sticking to it, man. Like wide receiver or tight end when it comes to the draft. Jeremiah Love, shout out to you, bro. But we're gonna pass. We will try to get Emmett Johnson later in the 3rd round. Shit, I might have to move up just because we don't got that many picks. I might have to move up to the end of the 2nd round and get Emmett Johnson. Yeah, you overdrafted him, but you need to get your knee. You need to get your knees out the way. You need to check them shit off the board, man.
Bro, like over 500 yards.
We ain't no position. We in the position where we got to overpay for everything. The fuck you talking about?
Year playing with Cam Ward, and the year before that he had like another 500-yard season with Will Levis. So we know he's a pretty good tight end in this league. I'm on the train, so excuse the noise. But Chig Okonkwo is tight end 1 in DC. It's lit when it's 80-degree Wednesday afternoon. Let's get it. Let's go. Adam Peters is the GOAT. Stop playing with my GM.
Hey, yo, why these niggas like Adam so much, man? Fuck, man. Like, bro, Adam ain't done all that well, man. Adam got a Ron Rivera roster and made it worse. Like, you can't get no respect after that. You know what I'm saying? I respect you when you dust yourself off. You know what I'm saying? And get yourself back to where we need to be at. But nah, I can't. Nah, bro. We let go of young guys like Emmanuel Forbes. I don't care how sorry they look. Like what is the plan to make your talent better? What is your development process, man? You know, Jamin Davis, Emmanuel Forbes, Jahan Dotson. Well, where's your savviness to actually try to make him look good and trade him and get more back than we should have got? Like, nah, man.
Okay, Chig Okonkwo to the Washington Commanders, 3-year, $30 million. It's fine. Like for $10 million a year, you're getting a good blocking tight end, and all.
Okay, so he's a blocking tight end. So this still leaves open the possibility of us getting a tight end with that number 1 pick, number 7 overall.
All right, pass catching tight end, averages around 500 yards per season. Had his best year last year with 37 catches for 560 yards with Cam Ward. So you're kind of hoping Jaden Daniels can take him to that 700 yards, maybe get 5 touchdowns. Again, really good blocking tight end, which if they go after Jeremiah Love now in the draft, you get him, you got Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. So, I mean, look, for the Commanders, it all matters on Jaden Daniels. If Jaden Daniels can get back to what he was in his rookie year, I think personally he's the best rookie quarterback from the 24 class.
All right, lastly, let's check out this video from the Commanders universe. Let me here talk about
The
some of
Washington
defensive
Commanders
additions.
are having one of the most underrated off seasons I may have ever seen. I don't know why nobody is talking about it. Why is no one talking about the Washington Commanders in free agency? No clue. First of all, they've added Chase on off the edge. This guy is a beast. Don't let anyone tell you any different. The man is a hardworking,
All right, let's see what he got.
humble, diligent dude that is going to come in here and just make bread.
Shit,
It's a
ain't
1
that
year
a
deal,
Quango
right?
right there,
They've
too?
also added Odafe Owe. They've also added Leo Chanel and Amik Robertson and Tim Settle. They are changing everything about this defense in a positive way. So I wanted to come in here and break down what they've done so far this offseason, starting with Chase on. He is the most recent update or signing to their roster. Now, again, he had a 9 sacks.
Now this is expected. You know, you could just look at the guys that we picked up: Chanel, Kayla Vaughn, Odafe. They all are the same type of players, just different specific positions. They're all high motor guys, super athletic, super physique. You know what I'm saying? Relentless pressure guys. Don't get me wrong. You still can move them out of position if you're a smart offensive coordinator. But I can see that at least there is a direction. That's my problem these past couple of years is that I have not been able to see the true direction of this football team through the offseason. You can say what you want to say about Dan Snyder and everyone who we had before. At least you could kind of telegraph the picks in the draft. You could telegraph the pickers in free agency. That's not a bad thing. That's kind of at least having a culture, having a vision as to what you want to do and completing that. I can say, hey, you want to be a 4-3 team? I know who y'all trying to go for when it comes to the draft or free agency. With this regime, with Adam Peters, bro, everything's so tight-lipped. He's scared to say anything like that's going to make him better or worse. Like, bro, stop being scared to say what you have to say and not only saying what you want to say. But at least the fans can see that there's a vision with who we're attacking, who we're looking to bring to the team in this offseason. We're looking to bring athletic freaks, relentless pressure guys, and high motor guys, basically. Because this play just shows us that he's unwilling to give up on the play. The play's not over. This is a long-ass play. The play probably took 6-7 seconds.
Playoffs. This is a guy I am in love with in terms of the fit for a 1 year deal. Now, he can line up as a 5 technique, a 7-eye, or even a 9 technique, right? I love this dude. Okay. Button. Let's see if we can get over 700 likes on the video. Off a massive season with the
Los
Angeles Chargers. Once he switched from Baltimore to LA under Jesse Minter, he was
we're talking about
ferocious. I mean, this dude was nasty. Take a look at this play right here as he's going to get chipped by the tight end and then generate this one-on-one. The reason teams chip is to slow down the edge from getting to the quarterback, right? So it buys more time for the tackle to get into position. So the last thing you would expect from a play like this is Odafe Owe to be the one to get the pressure, right? But nope, he's going to get inside leverage, hop to the outside, swat down the arms, lower center of gravity, rip through, and then go get a sack on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, guys, unbelievable type of player. And again, you look at his profile.
You could tell. So the type of players, Odafe, Kayla Vaughn, Leo Chanel, these are guys that are like the new, I won't say new millennial, but like they're the new age defenders. The defender that can keep up for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds for a play. The defender that can keep up with the Pat Mahomes, with the Jalen Hurts that like to extend the plays. These are the type of guys that can keep up with them and keep, they could combine their speed and power into one in order to be successful on any given play consistently. These are the new type of defensive players that are needed for today's game.
A little bit different, right? He ranked as the 35th best edge in football last season. He's 27 years old, so not old whatsoever. Had the football linebacker position. Okay, 2024 consistency. Chanel. All of these guys, I'm like, why is no one talking about this? Like this is a really big signing, and I feel like it's flying under the radar. This is a really good player, and honestly, football games. Look at this play here in run defense versus Jonathan Taylor. He's going to be playing right here on your screen. On the strong side, and essentially handoff. Look at him, contain outside, go right through an offensive lineman and then go make a tackle.
I like that.
I mean, again,
the dude that's perfect. See, the problem with, I'm not going to say football in general, but with youth football, this guy right here, Leo Chanel, would have seen the ball. He's just trying to get to the ball. But as I say, for every youth football player that I've ever coached, man, I say, bro, you need to make contact with your man first before you make a play. As you can see on this particular play, he hasn't made contact with anybody yet. But you need to make contact with your guy. And with this particular play call, defensive play call, and the offensive play call, this is Leo Chanel's guy. You can't try to outrun these guys and get around to the ball handler. You can't. You have to go through somebody first. You have to make contact with whoever's assigned to you, and then you make the play. That's just how it works in football. You have to go through the guy who's meant to block you. Gets through there.
You can even see this offensive lineman lowers, like he's about to go crazy on Leo Chanel, right? Boom. Leo stands him up, stays on his feet, and makes the tackle.
Still makes the play. Yeah, man. So that's what they doing, man. So, at this point, Adam Peters doing his thing, man. Adam Peters doing his thing. We're not gonna we give praise when it's warranted. And, we're going to talk about you when it's warranted too, man. There's been a lot to talk about. Like I said before, you came in and you took a Ron Rivera's roster and made it worse. You came in and you got rid of young talent. Where is the development process? You got rid of Jamin Davis, Emmanuel Forbes, and Jahan Dotson, among others. You know what I'm saying? You came in, we had mediocre expectations the first season, but we blew them out the water, blew the expectations out the water, and went to the conference championship. Y'all said, all right, let's speed the process up. Let's go get an O-lineman. Let's go get this, let's go get that. Bruh, stay steady, man. Stay steady. You don't got to overreach your position. You don't got to overstep. Stay in your lane. We should have kept trying to build the offense with young talent. Instead, we went and got older guys like Bobby Wagner and Zach Ertz and kept them on the roster, re-signed them to deals that they didn't deserve at the moment. But now it looks like we are making some moves. We are trying to get guys who have a better, who are ascending in their career rather than, already, hit their prime. All right. So with that being said, man, if you got this far in the video, I do appreciate you. Welcome back. It's another episode of Paint Points. It's that man, Abu, his brother.